What if I told you that one of the smartest, most well-rounded compact SUVs on the market right now doesn't cost a fortune, doesn't guzzle gas, and actually looks like it belongs in 2026? Yeah, we're talking about the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross. And before you say, oh, it's just a Corolla, stick around, because Toyota just gave this thing a serious mid-cycle refresh, and there is a lot more going on here than meets the eye. Welcome back to Prime Car Culture, your go-to channel for honest, in-depth car breakdowns. Today, we're going deep on everything the 2026 Corolla Cross has to offer. Exterior, interior, performance, tech, safety, pricing, the hybrid story, all of it. Let's get into it. So let's start from the outside, because Toyota made some meaningful changes to the front end of this car, and it genuinely looks better. Toyota is calling 2026 a mid-cycle refresh for the Corolla Cross that launched in 2022. And one of the most visible updates is a bolder, more rugged new front grille. It's chunkier and more planted looking, giving the Corolla Cross a bit more road presence than it had before. The overall silhouette is still that clean, athletic crossover shape that works so well in urban environments and on weekend road trips alike. Complementing the Corolla Cross's athletic stance are available gloss black painted, edgy 18-inch alloy wheels that balance a look that's both sporty and chic. And the vehicle rides with 8.1 inches of ground clearance, which gives you a naturally heightened view over traffic for a more confident drive. That ground clearance is actually a big deal in everyday driving. You're sitting up nicely, you can see over traffic, and it still feels manageable when you're parking in a tight city garage. On the color front, a fresh paint color called Cavalry Blue is now available and can be paired with a contrasting black roof on the SE and XSE hybrid trims, which is a sharp combination. The two-tone options give the Corolla Cross a more premium, expressive personality without adding a cent to the base price. For the hybrid version specifically, the front grille is now body-colored, the bumper has been reshaped, and the XSE trim rolls on new 18-inch wheels. It's a more refined, high-tech look for the hybrid compared to the gas model's rugged aesthetic, and honestly, both work really well depending on your taste. Stepping inside, this is where the Corolla Cross earns a lot of its daily driver points. The cabin has been updated meaningfully for 2026. A new center console and an available larger 10.5-inch infotainment touchscreen are among the interior updates for this model year. The dash, door panels, and center console surfaces use softer touch materials in the places where you actually rest your elbows and arms, while tougher plastics are used in areas more likely to get scuffed. Toyota also moved away from glossy piano black trim around the gear shifter, replacing it with a matte finish that resists fingerprints and visible wear. That's actually a really thoughtful change. Anyone who has owned a car with piano black trim knows how quickly it looks terrible. Higher trims also get a leather trim shift knob and soft touch armrests, which add subtle quality touches without going overboard. Most trims start with an 8-inch touchscreen, while higher models get a 10.5-inch unit that's easier to read and more responsive. The gauge cluster follows the same pattern, with a 7-inch digital display on lower trims and a full 12.3-inch digital cluster on top trims. Toyota doesn't offer a head-up display on the Corolla Cross, which is a small miss, but the screens themselves are clean and intuitive to use. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and connectivity features like Remote Connect, Wi-Fi Connect, and Safety Connect are also on the table depending on your trim level. Space-wise, you get up to 52 cubic feet of cargo space when you fold down the second row seats, which makes it genuinely useful for weekend trips, furniture runs, or hauling sports gear. Comfort-focused features like available heated front seats, rear seat vents, and dual-zone climate control make this a car that passengers actually enjoy riding in, not just the driver. The Corolla Cross seats up to 5 people comfortably, and the spacious rear cargo area makes your possibilities truly endless. The one honest drawback is that rear legroom can feel a little snug for taller passengers on longer trips, so that's worth keeping in mind if you're regularly shuttling adults in the back seat. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because the 2026 Corolla Cross actually gives you two very different powertrain stories. Gas models use a 169 horsepower 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine available with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, while the hybrid adds electric motor assistance to produce 196 combined horsepower, standard all-wheel drive, and an EPA estimated 42 miles per gallon combined fuel economy. Both powertrains use a CVT transmission, but the gas model's CVT actually includes a physical first gear for improved launch response, which helps it feel less rubbery off the line than CVTs typically do. The gas engine returns around 32 miles per gallon combined in real-world driving, which is solid, but the hybrid is clearly where the efficiency story gets exciting. The hybrid powertrain produces 196 net horsepower with an electronically controlled CVT, electronic on-demand all-wheel drive, and up to 46 miles per gallon in the city and 39 on the highway. The hybrid's ride quality is also a genuine highlight. The hybrid impressively isolates impacts from rough, patched-up road surfaces, making it excellent for its segment. The gas versions are a bit slower, needing around 9.2 to 9.6 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour with all-wheel drive, so this isn't a performance SUV by any measure, but it's quick enough for confident freeway merges and city driving. Safety is one of the strongest chapters in the Corolla Cross story, and Toyota hasn't cut corners here. The 2026 Corolla Cross comes equipped with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 suite of advanced driver assistance systems as standard, which includes forward collision warning with pedestrian detection. Most trim levels also include blind spot warning and rear cross traffic warning, while the XLE and XSE add reverse automatic braking. These systems have improved significantly from Toyota's earlier versions, which were overly attentive and prone to false alarms. That's a big deal. TSS 3.0 is noticeably better calibrated than what Toyota was offering just a few years ago. You also get full-speed range dynamic radar cruise control, steering assist, and lane tracing assist as part of the standard safety package. Higher trims bring front and rear parking assist with automatic braking, giving you even more confidence in tight spaces. Now let's break down the trim lineup and pricing, because there are 6 grades to choose from, and each one offers a different value proposition. The gas-powered lineup starts with the L trim at $25,035, then the LE at $27,365, and the XLE at $29960 for front-wheel drive configurations, adding all-wheel drive bumps each trim by $1,300, bringing the AWD-L to $26335, the AWD-LE to $28665, and the AWD-XLE to $31410. The base L trim already gives you Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, LED headlights, and keyless entry, making it a seriously strong value at that entry price. The LE upgrades you with a larger multimedia touchscreen, blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert, and available all-wheel drive. The XLE goes further with leather trim seats, dual-zone climate control, the 10.5-inch touchscreen, a power driver's seat, and 18-inch wheels, all for right around $3,000 in FWD configuration, which is genuinely competitive in this segment. For the hybrid models, gas equivalent prices range from around $3,445 up to $34480 depending on trim, and all Corolla Cross hybrids come with standard all-wheel drive. The hybrid trims are badged as Hybrid S, Hybrid SE, and Hybrid XSE, with the XSE being the top-of-the-line sporty option. The Corolla Cross Hybrid edges out rivals like the Honda HR-V Hybrid and Hyundai Kona Hybrid with its stronger 196 horsepower hybrid system and excellent 42 miles per gallon combined fuel economy, while its available all-wheel drive provides additional confidence that the HR-V does not offer in every trim. When you factor in Toyota's legendary long-term reliability, the cost of ownership equation tilts very favorably toward the Corolla Cross, especially the hybrid version. So who is this car actually for? Honestly, it covers a lot of ground. If you're a first-time SUV buyer, a young family, a commuter who wants efficiency without sacrificing style, or someone who just wants a practical, reliable crossover that won't give them headaches 5 years down the road, the 2026 Corolla Cross makes a very compelling case. It's not trying to be exciting or edgy for the sake of it. It's trying to be genuinely useful, dependably efficient, and thoughtfully designed. And in 2026, it pulls all 3 of those things off quite well. The mid-cycle refresh gave it a fresher face, a smarter interior, and better tech, and the hybrid powertrain remains one of the best efficiency options in the segment at this price point. That's our full breakdown of the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross, right here on Prime Car Culture. If you found this helpful, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Are you going gas or hybrid? We'll see you in the next one.